want to be a guest, write me on Instagram.
Yo,
And
she's amazing. Imagine coming from her feature show to come chop with me in my bougie show with 13 views and Emoji J. You got to give it to her.
I look, I got some compliments to give you, okay? But we won't do it all. I don't want to do it right now. But I did a little, research on you in a good way.
I've been
And shout out to you.
And she must have did like a special kind of research because usually when people research me, they don't find the good stuff.
Well, I found the good stuff.
Wait, like the OnlyFans link? I'm joking.
Let me find out.
I don't have that.
I'll be looking for you. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So yeah, I'm excited to be here. Thank you, Millie, for inviting me, and thank you, Lucifer, for having me on.
No, of course. Millie loves you a lot. Millie loves you a lot. She's like, you gotta have her. Oh my God, she's the best.
She's awesome.
So I hear you're a DJ.
I have had my years of music. Yes, indeed.
Right now, so Okay.
Yeah. But I'm an older, more mature streamer. So my time in the DJ world was really on, official ones and twos, like techniques, real faders, nothing digital at that time when I was learning.
Really mixing and scratching and.
Yeah. And more than that, I mean, that was more just for fun, but I love music and I love nightlife. And I always have since, I could indulge in it. So it's just a passion. And, I think music gives us life. It's not only a way to give a message, but I love underground hip hop. I've seen a lot of live artists from Europe, Gangstar to, Azamatli, a lot of like underground. I saw Black Eyed Peas come up. Original, performances before Fergie. So if you know, you know. So again, I'm getting up there in age, almost 50 years old. So my journey in music is, a little more mature, but not in a bad or good way. I'm an older woman, but I love music and I love hip hop for sure. It's in my energy.
And yeah. And I wouldn't say you're old, you're just seasoned. Like me, I have some of the best conversations with people in their 40s and their 50s, and it's the best vibes because there's so much culture, so much history, so much experience, so much knowledge that, and you've experienced a lot.
That's true. We've had time to live life, good and bad and all the in between.
Did you ever enjoy rap? Like, did you ever try to rap or sing?
So yes and yes.
Okay.
Yes, but I won't say when it comes to freestyle, it's never, I don't have bars. I don't have 16 bars, I have like 1 bar, 2 bars. But I definitely appreciate the skill set. And to me, some of the best creative music out there is just raw. It's just real off the top of the dome. It's from the spirit, from the soul, from the moment. And that's some of the best lyrics I've ever witnessed, in real life, but also in even stream life. There's live streams that we go into or somebody snaps a recording and, it's awesome. Like it's out of this world almost. So
I enjoy rapping. And to me, rapping is like hieroglyphics. It's like, when you walk in a cave and you see the writings on the wall and it's like, wow, what is this? It's an adrenaline like that I get, like a fulfillment when I could put like these words together and I can align them into something so like almost like extraterrestrial, like, and it's like, oh man,
I agree. And it's talent. You have to have intelligence to be able to do it. You have to have a wide variety of life situations. To me, I mean, people could rap about anything, food, and people do on these apps, right? Let's just be honest. People rap about everything, but to make it good and to make it, cultural sharing and to elevate energy. I love that. Get in there with those. Gift away, y'all.
Hey, do you find
happy Friday night, everybody.
Do you find it more fun that we're not featured? Like if it was featured, I can't even thank the gifter. I can't even, you feel me? There won't be no blunt. Like
I know. It is a lot of pressure. I like that but I was hoping you were on your way too.
No, actually, this is the 4th week that I've done this consistently.
Okay, great. So I was hoping that you were kind of looking in that direction, but also I get it. Like to have it every week is it's a lot.
But I've
So
been doing it. I didn't think I could keep the infrastructure, but I'm doing it. I'm here every week. I'm doing it and it's crazy. I still don't know what I'm doing exactly, but
well, and big 108 level gifter, you might be 110 by now. Good Lord. Congratulations. That's epic. Right?
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Right? Are you going to do 100 level gifts?
I did. I sent it in. They sent it back because they didn't accept what I sent them. So then I
Okay.
procrastinated. I have procrastinated. I haven't sent it to them again. Now I'm gonna wait.
Okay. Okay. I get it because they have to. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm excited for that for you. And congratulations. That's a huge investment in a lot of streamers and the app and yourself. That's kudos to you. I'm a very significant 50 level gifter, but it's like I give from the heart. I know you do too. You give to the people you can anyway, but I wanted
But
to
we all
commend
have
you on
our
that.
reasons. We all have our reasons.
Yeah,
Maybe you just didn't get caught up in that game. Like you ain't. You feel me? Like I got caught up in that game, and I don't regret it. It's just like you know.
I hear you. Yeah, yeah, but I was also hoping that maybe you're on your road to top badge.
And that's why all this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to do consistent with the show, showing them that I can give them some content, conversation, structure. I changed the name from Lucifer to Lucy. Um, you feel me?
I do. I
Yeah,
do.
and I've been also rapping a lot, switching into the music aspect, doing competitive battle rapping, and this and the third on the stream. And so I'm giving them a different side of me, while still killing the weeklies, doing the contests, and doing the battles like I usually do. I'm still not sleeping.
Multifaceted,
Yeah.
and you always have been. And again, I was doing my research and it was all good things. And I'm proud of you. Not that you need to hear it, but I hope you get that badge. You deserve it. You've put in the time, the talent, and the fact that you're doing this part of it, which is that scheduled show and all you're doing the things. So I hope you get it.
And honestly, the last thing I expected was to have you here. Millie was messaging me all week, and I'm like, oh, I saw yesterday. I'm like, oh, I got a top badge coming to my, and I'm like, all right. So now I'm sitting here, and I'm like, yo, it means a lot because if when it's all said and done, I'm always gonna remember how you sat here with me when you feel me when there was nothing.
Absolutely. And I looked into a bit of your flows, and I love that you're humble, you're real, and you got the whole city of New York behind you. Big ball drop, y'all. Happy New Year's Eve weekend. Let's go.
So now I'm transitioning into having a hip hop related show on the app, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure one name comes to mind when you think of who already has that lane, right? And do you now see how good I am at what I do? Do you see how good I am at what I do? That I'm only 3 shows in,
Yes.
and I already have the
Yes.
top guy losing his mind, going crazy, feeling like he has to prove himself to me.
Just gonna sit here and flap my wings.
So, so again, I don't.
No, I mean, you
So
know me.
it
I
goes
try
back.
to I
And
try to keep it neutral
no,
in
no, but
all
let me close
areas.
it with this. There's no real hate there. I'm just good at what I do as
No,
far as from the app aspect. From the app aspect, I got him where I want him. He's talking music industry. I got him where I want him in the app aspect, and that's all it is. It's just us playing game, styles clashing, and
I appreciate it as someone who appreciates music, and it is an art form, lyrical spitting, if you will. So that's what we used to call it. It is an art form, and to be able to have the wit about you, the speed, the vocabulary, and then to make connections that actually give a little burn,
almost.
or a
So
little
this,
air
this,
or
this is
whatever,
something.
that is skill. So shout out to you for doing what you do. And I did not know that about you. I'll be honest. I didn't realize you had that, but that's my fault for not being over
It's
here
okay.
more
And you
probably.
see what I'm
So
doing now here again. It's never no beef or no animosity or no hating. I did this in March before, when I was just trying to show everybody that I'm the top streamer, not about music, just streaming. Waldo took the bait.
no,
And
Lord.
from the perspective, from just the perspective of being number one or two number man on the app, it was no hate. It was more, oh, that's the guy at the top. All right, he took the bait. Now I'm doing this music show. Oh, he's the guy they're saying he took the bait. It's too easy, and that's just what I do best as an entertainer, as a streamer, and so that's where we at right now, and it's pretty dope.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
your chat's wild, but okay. All right. So I'm proud of you again, and thank you again for having me.
Oh, oh,
The
oh, oh, oh,
topic,
oh. I didn't
yeah,
see the comments. I'm sorry.
it's okay. It's
Hey, listen,
okay, but
everybody
that's
watching, man.
wild.
I love this
That's
girl a lot.
wild.
If I'm not correct, you had me on your show one time, right?
Yes, we did.
I
Yes.
did. I was on your show one
Because
time.
I
Yeah.
was gonna invite you back, but then I was like, I think we have. But I would love to have you back if you're whenever. But if you would like to, it
I
is
need to come back because I'm a different person than
um
I was last time. There's so much more to discuss, more character development, more paths that I've taken.
So let's do it. Because I will say, I won't toot too hard, but toot toot. Saturday at 7 is a prime time spot for a featured show, and again, over 116 episodes tomorrow, over 2 years featured. So it is a nice place, and I've seen a lot of people come through, and then they got the badge. And I'm just gonna give that credit to obviously the people who earned it, the people that got the badge. But it's nice to be able to interview people and help them just grab a new audience, and in the interviews. So absolutely, whenever you're
You're
free.
the best, mamas, because you're going on your 100 and something show, and you're here. Basically, to me, I might have done this 3 to 4 weeks already, but this is basically the first one.
Well, I'm excited. So again, thank you. Hi everybody. Happy Friday night.
So I want to ask you a few questions. Who inspired
Yeah.
you to being into the hip hop culture? Like when you was a little girl or you was growing up, like who were the first lyricists or singers that you was like, wow, like it just touched your little feelings?
That's a great question. So I love all types of music. I grew up playing music from a very young age, harmonica, violin. I sang, just regular music things. My grandmother was a musician. She played by ear. She was legally blind. She was a solo mama of two and a waitress. How she did that back in the day, I don't know. But bless her
Hey,
soul,
she was
she's
a
in heaven
waitress.
now.
She was blind and still waitressing, not dropping
Back.
plates or nothing.
So she was legally blind. So she wasn't blind, but she could not drive. So she had to work it out to make sure she could get to work and raise her kids and all the things. But the thing that that always touched my heart was she played music by ear for her church, for nightclubs, the piano, the organ, and she played by ear. She really couldn't read music, but she was very gifted in the music world.
Let
So
me, let me,
she
let
would
me
be.
real quick. Let me
Mhm,
take
go
let
ahead.
me take a better look for her real quick. Oh, she did an amazing job raising me.
So she was definitely an influence in music. But as far as hip hop goes, again, I grew up in the, 70s, 80s, 90s, really. So the classic hip hop, of course I loved LL, who didn't, but I love Whitney
Did you
Houston.
love him or you had a crush on him?
Both. I mean, oh, come on. Have you seen him?
Of course. And what
Okay.
he his lyrics was great. His lyrics too. I know he was stimulating the little
I
minds.
know he could really do it all. I'm not gonna say he's the best actor because he kind of, the Shark movie. I don't know, but whatever.
Not the
But
shark movie.
he was one of the people that I would think of. But I like the boys. I don't know if people even know that
Hey,
in
but a
this
quick, a
generation.
quick, a quick segue. Speaking of the boys and crushes,
Mhm.
everybody had a crush on Vin Diesel when they was growing up.
Oh Lord, now
So
we're going
now,
here. Are we doing
for the
this?
most part, a lot of people does. Now it turns out he's being charged with sexual battery.
Saw that. I know it. And I did. I love the Fast and the Furious. I love cars too. That's another thing that people don't know. I race cars. So um and I love to drive everything with wheels. So
Do you think they
yeah,
should
that was
get him
kind
out of
of
here, or you think he might have done those things? What's your opinion?
I mean the details of okay, so in the oh Lord, this is weighted. But there's so many people getting caught up right now because there was a big legislation, I think most of you know in New York, that was passed where if you came out with your allegations at a certain time, it could be heard again, even like without a statute of limitation. So a lot of people all of a sudden came forward with things to say, a lot of things to say about a lot of different people in the industry.
I
So
wonder how do they prove those things? Like if somebody just goes, "Yo, 30 years ago, he did this to me," and there's no surveillance
it's
camera,
a
there's
good
no
point.
evidence. He said, she said,
I know.
oh, it's bad.
I know. And I do, it's hard to see people you have admired or enjoyed their art form, whether it's music or movies or, producing, whatever it is. It's hard to see them go under scrutiny like this, but also it's real. I know for sure these things happen in that world of success and fame and money.
I think it should be more
So
reasonable, less. what is it, less reasonable doubt or more reasonable doubt? Like before these people's names get destroyed, there should be more like there should be something solid, real solid that like you could just all right, you know what? Yeah, he did it.
I agree with that. I do think it shouldn't just be, and I don't, so without like digging real deep in there, we wouldn't know for sure. But I do agree with you that it shouldn't just be somebody accuses and then all of a sudden it's truth. So I agree with that for sure. However, where there's smoke, there is fire, usually.
Yeah, usually.
And the details that were given, because I do keep up with things, were pretty serious, like very detailed, and I feel like there was even some other things that are showing that it happened. Now, I don't know. We all, it's a lot. That's a lot. Hmm. Yeah. I didn't know we were going to talk about that too.
Oh,
Yo.
I'm sitting here and I don't even feel like I'm the host. You're just amazing. You're probably gonna be like the most easygoing guest that I probably ever have. Cause it's like you're almost interviewing me instead. Oh man, she's a natural at this these shows things. But Nicki Minaj dropped a new album. What do you think about her? Has she inspired you any way? In any way? Do you look at her?
Oh, okay. Yes. So I do love her. So I do play basketball and I coach. I played basketball. It was my first sport my whole life. I coach my kids now and other youth in basketball. So she is one of my basketball court people that I listen to, along with a lot of other musicians that I like to go beast mode on the court. So anything that gets me in that fire, like passion, like beef up, I got this. I'm gonna take them to the hoop. I'm gonna break the ankles. That kind of music is all what I listen to when I'm on the court. Now, when I'm doing my free throws at the end, when I'm tired and I'm sweaty and I don't want to do anymore, I listen to more like religious, like inspirational music. But on the court, like when it's game time, it's all hip hop. But that comes from where I grew up too. That was the music that inspired my generation and where
I
I'm
would
from.
have to ask, where do you grow up at? Because we got basketball, we got DJing, we got all type of culture and a mixture and a mixing pot in here.
Long Beach City, Long Beach,
Ooh.
California.
You know one of my
Yeah.
favorite rappers, Crooked I. They call him King Crooked. I don't know if you know him.
I do know that name. Yes.
He was part of.
That's not a name that everybody knows.
Yeah, he's a lyricist. He's a monster when it comes to these words. He was also signed by Eminem to Slaughterhouse. Him, Joe Ortiz, Joe Budden, and I was really excited to see that.
I love it. Yeah, so Warren G, I have met many times and love him. I obviously Snoop, a loop, Snoop Dogg, Snoop Lion. A lot of Southern California artists I have met and seen live over the years. There are a lot of Northern California artists too, and a lot of New York artists as well. Those are the main folks that I have interacted with over the years and seen live and things. So yeah, yeah.
So I was apparently if for some reason we come to some type of terms and we get this rap battle going, right? Um,
Wait, me and you?
no, the other topic we
Oh,
were talking earlier.
oh, yes.
Somebody was telling me that apparently corrupt will be judging that battle.
Well, let's go.
So that's even that's
I
pretty big.
love that. We've lost a lot of great for different reasons in the industry of music and talent. And I'm happy he's still around. There's a lot of folks that, aren't here with us anymore, but that are, they were excellent. And sadly, they weren't appreciated until after they left as much. And so I think that's important that we, as people who appreciate music, that we support the artists during their time because we never know, what's coming down the pipeline. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, Corrupt, shout out to him.
yeah. So I was thinking to myself, like, I told myself, I said we should do the show on mutual grounds because from my opinion, I feel like yours is a little rigged, and I guess the conclusion they come up to is let's find a judge named corrupt.
Well, let me just say I love the K name, so we'll leave it at that.
No, I love it. I needed to get that play on words. I couldn't read this. That's the bar in itself. They give me angles all over the place to work with.
Look, I listened to what I listened to a couple of your reels a few times.
Oh wait, one of them, they
Hmm.
they screen recorded me on my stream, and
Okay.
the person that uploaded it ended up putting a beat in the background. That's not, I wasn't rapping to that beat.
Oh, okay.
That was freestyle acapella battle rap bars, and the person who the fan one of my fans recorded it, and they ended up putting a beat behind it. But that's so yeah,
So I do have a question, if I may.
yeah.
So were you in music before you were a streamer,
See, that's
or do
I
you
was
not
never
like to talk about that?
I was never really a music artist. I was just a rapper. So growing up in the streets of the Bronx, overcrowded home, um, probably even too young to even understand how broke we was at the time. We everybody was living in that circumstances. Everybody, all the neighborhoods, all the streets. So most of us ended up in the streets, outside, playing outside, tag, manhunt, going into the parks and hanging out at the basketball courts. If you didn't play basketball, you sat by the fence and you watched people's belongings. But those people by the fences, they made ciphers, they battled rap, and they were into lyrics. So if either you was in the fence rapping on the basketball court, or you was the skateboarders on the other side of the park that nobody cared about. And every once in a while, our neighborhoods will win tournaments, and we'll have to go to other neighborhoods to battle, to play basketball. So then the people on the fence would travel to the other neighborhoods, and we'll battle rap the guys in the other neighborhood. So it was things like that. I started getting good, becoming a lyricist because I'm around all the homies. I was never a violent person. I was never um, like I was not like a crazy hustler. I was just a guy that just was living in a fucked up situation, and pardon my language. And so now when I'm rapping, I can't sit there and rap. Oh, I got 3 guns and I'll do this to you because the people around me know I don't have no gun. So I would have to like improvise. My mind is like a gun. And when I'm rapping, it's like I got infinite clips. If I'm beefing with you, your whole team getting hit. So like I would have to like improvise and become more lyrical and metaphorical with it. And again, I was never a pushover. I was cool with everybody. I never was a punk. Like so, those things got me by. But I was never looking for trouble. I was always focused and disciplined. So now, fast forward a little more, maybe now we're 15, 16, 17. I'm hanging out more into the streets. It's not even the basketball courts no more. Um, Now we're teenagers. We're broke. Oh, yo, they're doing a little rap event over there in Cypress Hill. Let's go to Cypress Hill. If we can beat these guys, they're putting up $35, $15. And we'll go over there and try to win. And if we win those $15, $30, that's an order of a chicken box with fries that we were sharing between 4 of us and 2 blunts of Reggie. And that was our night. So we really
I
rapped.
love it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was really in the mix when it came to rap. I never went to a studio. I never recorded. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not here trying to prove that I'm in the industry or I'm a more successful artist than anybody. All I'm just saying is I can rap better than you. I got better bars. I can write better than you. And that's all I'm here for. And and if and if homie didn't see it, he wouldn't be reacting to it the way he is. So it's almost like imagine a SoundCloud rapper getting Jay Z to react to a 30-second freestyle that he made about him. Something must have hit a nerve. So that's what's going on now.
I so I will appreciate I appreciate again. Well, okay, so in anything, and you are obviously talented in this area, and I definitely can see the written skills too. And to me, the competition part of it is what makes it great. It makes it fun. It's a little bit of iron sharpens iron. And yes, you should always believe, you and me, we should always believe we're the greatest. Like Muhammad Ali, I'm the greatest that ever lived. It's important to believe that, especially in this day and age.
But it's also
It's a
not.
hard
It's
time.
also good to be self-aware that there are people that are better than us because that's how we get better by understanding. You know what? This guy's better than me because I'm lacking this and this and that. Time to go back to the drawing board and sometimes we have to step out of our comfort zone and beat somebody at their own game. And that's what being me being self-aware has allowed me to adapt to. But what you said is, of course, is true. You have to always feel like you're the best at everything in what you do. But don't underestimate nobody.
Very true. I love it. And you said not recorded, but I'll emphasize yet, because that could be something, down the pipeline for you
I
if
still
you
have that
ever
in my
wanted to.
arsenal. So I'm a man of many traits. So I might not be a rapper, but I can rap. So because I can rap, I can draw the attention of a rapper. I might not be a streamer, but because I can stream, I can draw the attention of a streamer. I might not, but so it's just about being good enough at something where even the person that thinks they're above you can't even ignore it.
I love it. It's awesome. You're doing amazing.
and
And, yeah, go ahead.
I got a lot of Raven, Disaster, Millie, a lot of people that keep me on track that been around me and they're pushing me. Like even the show, I had random guys from the random battles, Spitfire, even Valak, who I just fell out with, but he put me in a position where he inspired me to want to even do this. And they're like, "Yo, Lucifer, we like rapping with you, we like being your stream. You should just start a show." I never had no intentions of doing the show, so it's all coming organically. Nothing is planned. Everything's just the love of the rap, love for the culture.
And it's awesome. And that is the best way to do it,
And
not to
you as
force
well.
it and let
And
it go.
you as a top badge, as an influencer on the app, as the beautiful woman you are, like you taking your time and just sitting here with me, and you're putting a big this right here, this moment is putting a big like it's like how would I say it? It's like putting the first brick to the building to the empire we're about to build. Like it's like
Let's
you feel me?
go.
I wanted to find a better word for that, but I couldn't find it. But
Big
that means a lot.
2024 energy, I mean, we're only a couple days away from the new year, right? And I think it's important, streamer to streamer, right? For now, and a music lover to music lover. It's important that we are always elevating and always, I call it an evolution, like in life, right? We're always trying to do better, be better, expand, because if not, then what are we doing, right? So you're doing that, and that's awesome, and that's what it should be. I feel as a streamer and as a human, we should be evolving and growing and changing and improving ourselves in whatever area of life it is. So yeah, I love it.
So yeah, and a lot of people need to also check out your show because your show is really good as well. So she also has her own show. You guys should also make sure you favor her. And if you want to plug in your show once again, that would be great.
Sure. Yeah. So it's Living and Loving. It's about life and love as a streamer. It's every Saturday at 7 p.m. So Saturdays at 7, the S and the F. And I interview streamers from top streamers to the number one on the app to everyone in between, whether you stream on another platform or this one. I've had entrepreneurs, authors, fitness instructors. I've had a lot of different diversity when it comes to streaming on my show. So if you're interested, tap in on my bio at my Instagram and write me, and I'd love to have you all on the show as a guest any week that you're available.
So you told, I recall you telling me earlier that you just recently found out that I can rap. And you asked me a question earlier. First, before I started also rapping in elementary school, I was doing spoken words and poetry. And I would get in trouble in my classes because I would write my essays in the form of raps because I didn't have really like literature or grammar or it was just I would wing it. And so my teachers would tell me, "Are you a poet? Are you a rapper? Why are your essays written in this format?" And so if you want, I was gonna give you and Dump something one of my open spoken words.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me, all right. So it's like my poetry kind of like it's like it mixes into rap as well. So you'll get a little bit of both. The system is switching. The matrix is glitching. And I'm no longer scared to die. Since I've learned who am I, that's a nobody outside of the physical eyes. You won't even notice you dead. It's like waking up in another realm of yourself. Like out of a dream you have dreamt. Cause death is just returning all the time we was lent. With no recollection of all the time we done spent. Just pictures and colors from all the places in our minds we have went. I've set out to conquer this realm. Made amends with the fact that in darkness I'll forever dwell. Stop, drop, and roll all you want, but this no fire drill. This real life living skills. From past wounds that'll never heal. To the day y'all bid me farewell, but ironically I've wished to return. Back when I threw 2 pennies in the well. What that means? I only gamble with my 2 cents. I've studied the greats, and I've set out to improve since. I don't follow the waves. I control the moon and use the waves to flip cruise ships. A little shade over the sun, now what you see is translucent. Rapping from that essence, now basking that true sense.
Oh, yes. That's amazing.
Oh, right, right. Hell yeah.
So wait, when did you write that? Approximately.
I have a timestamp. I wrote this in December 25, 2023.
Sheesh, that's Ricochet. And it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
fitting. You guys, clappy hands. Come on, throw up the emojis, some fire. Let's go. People get in awe. Like when you have good, like something like that, like raw content that you're sharing with us, people kind of we just are in the moment. So that I love it. And I wish do something with that for sure because it's very relevant. Well, with what's going on worldly, you know, just there's so much, it's an amazing a time to be alive, I will say, as I approach my fifth decade. It's also a very challenging time to be alive, to see the veil thinning between the haves and the have nots, and to see, because of technology, we're able to share information so quick that, people they can't hide stuff as much as they used to from just, let's say, the commoner like me, just the regular human. So it's an amazing time to be alive. I think we're all here for a reason, but it's a very challenging time too.
It is a very
Um,
good time to be alive because at what a lot of the best people at what they do don't ever get seen. Like you might not you think you're seeing the best basketball player, you're seeing the best rapper, but you're seeing the guys that just got the opportunity to be seen. There's a lot of guys that
mhm.
just never ever got put in front of a camera, never had a voice or a platform, and they're probably better than 90% of the people we're seeing. And that's happening a lot. So now we have a chance because anybody can get in front of a camera, anybody can upload something, have something shared, and present it to somebody, and that's what's going on now too.
Agreed. Yes, absolutely. That name is wild. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I love the hard eyes for Lucy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you one last. I'm gonna give you guys one last one, and then Millie's gonna probably hop in the box and give us a few
Okay.
questions for trivia. Um,
Okay.
hell yeah. We all want to be the higher up, but what's the perfect latitude? Treat others how you want to be treated. Now that's the perfect attitude. Always be grateful. But what's too much gratitude? Nah, show them what you're made of. But how much do we gotta prove? That's why I put it all on the line. Even if my life I gotta lose. Cause we not born equals. Some of us woke and the rest of us just stuck up in the sequel. Player versus the computer. When we die, it's cause we reset it or they rebooted us. We never born for the first time. So breaking out the water ain't nothing new to us. But we the newborns under the same rain, weathering the new storms. They told me my body's my temple, only to find out it's really a prison cell. But I'm not surrounded by bars, only with just the thought of going to hell. When rap was a forbidden craft and a verse was strong enough to be a spell, school of hard knock, dead or in jail is the only way we get expelled. I'm all about the bars like on dead ears the gimmicks fell. City on my back got me looking like Notre Dame when he ringing bells. Yeah. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah.
I love it. Oh, I love it. Very good. Oh my God. Yeah.
I'm giving you more or less like my origins, like of like how I started with poetry and spoken words many years back, and then as the shows transition more into the future episodes, then I'll start giving them more of my current me.
Yes. I have a question. Well, let's do Millie's thing, but I did want to ask because can I ask it now or should I wait?
No, you can ask whatever you want. To be honest,
Okay.
we're here organically. I'm just winging it. There's no
Okay.
set time for anything. I'm learning here as we are, and probably the next show will get better through how I maneuver with you in this one. And I'm
You're
just happy
doing
that, and I'm
wonderfully.
happy that it's with you because it just feels right.
Well, thank you again for having me. I was wondering because to me, your name is a significant name. And I have to be honest, I think I mentioned this to you before. I steered clear from you for a bit because of the name, because I am someone who believes in, a higher creator and stuff. However, after getting to know you in many different ways now over our time to know each other, I've learned that there is a lot more to you, and it's not all what meets the first, it's that first layer.
If anything,
And I almost,
there's nothing about that in here. The layer was just an outrageous cover for a book that had nothing to do with that cover.
and that's really was my question. Like, I feel like there's so much more depth, and that's kind of why I was wearing the
I'm gonna
angel
answer
wings
that question.
because, yeah.
And that's probably one question that I have the most answers to, because there's many reasons. So, for example, it was just like I've always been rebellious. I've always liked to go against the grain. But to start, I don't believe in God, and I don't believe in the devil. I'm not religious. I'm a very outside the box thinker. I just come to the conclusion I don't know. When I die, I don't know. Maybe I end up in a dream realm. Maybe I become 1% of every conscience that ever existed. Maybe there is a heaven. Maybe there is a hell. Maybe there's nothing. I don't know. And what I do believe is that nobody 100% knows because nobody has experienced that and came back to tell us as far as like, but so now when I look at the concept of God, religion, this controlled so many people, billions of people are subscribed to that right now as we speak. It's
Agreed.
been the cause of a lot of wars, of a lot of arguments, judgmental beliefs and differences. I'm looking at this, even growing up in a religious home where my grandmother was always like, "The devil's watching you. It's bad luck. This and a third." And I sit here and I choose this name. I haven't been struck by lightning. I'm not evil. I'm positive. Everything's going the way I need it to go. It's more like to free people from the concept of God, so we can stop looking up and push forward. So we can stop letting Him take the wheel, find our own drive. So we can start fearing death. Let's pretend there is no eternal paradise. We're here. We have this is our one chance to figure this out. Advanced science, cure aging, become one with artificial intelligence, expand the human lifespan, and we have to keep pushing forward because I feel I'm embarrassed to say that 2 generations from now they're gonna look back. Oh, those are the guys that were dealing with COVID and they still was looking to the clouds thinking there was a God up there. And I'm a force here, so I can see that possibility. Just like there was a time in life where we only survived we couldn't even survive a winter. Now we survive 100 winters. So it's more like that. So when I look at the name Lucifer, it's like he challenged God. No matter what he did, he challenged that man. Fell from heaven, and he landed here. And then on top of that, if you look at the Bible carefully, which I don't subscribe to, one thing that caught my mind was when he approached Adam and Eve, and he made he made Eve do what she did. She did what she did, and nothing bad happened to her. What happened to her was she became self-aware. She gained consciousness. She became woke. In the process, she lost her immortality. But now what happens? She procreates, and we're here. In that paradise where there was just two beings that were living forever, they were never going to populate. They were never self-aware. So through some way, we're here because of that rebellious. Then now we get into the music aspect of it. I like
Yep.
rapping. The devil is the angel of music. That's what they
Mm,
label him in the Bible. The word cipher is in the word Lucifer.
mm.
Spitting fire. When Jay-Z becomes the best rapper, oh, he's in the Illuminati. He sold his soul. So I'm already coming into the game playing off that.
Yeah,
And so it's just,
that's deep. That's
yeah.
very deep, and it's I love that you, regardless of how, I think, the fact that you took time to research and know and educate yourself as to why, and it has such a deeper meaning. I think it's important people know that. Um,
Oh, and then the last meaning would be is I'm not helping the devil. I'm not working with the devil. I stole his name. If there really is a devil, he's not happy with me. We're not friends. See, when people think of Michael, they're not too scared of Michael just because there's a Michael Myers. Because
mm,
when you think of Michael, you might think of Mike Tyson. You might think of Michael Jordan. So when you think of Lucifer, you think of the devil. My people, when they think of Lucifer, they think of me now. So the name Lucifer shouldn't have been monopolized for people to think, oh, that's Lucifer. It's automatically the devil. No, now this is Lucifer, the rapper, the guy that uplifts, the guy that motivates, the guy that's here talking to Triple L. And that's the power behind that.
the lover.
Yeah.
I love it, and I admire you for that. To me, that's confidence. That's thinking, like you said, outside the box. That's pushing the envelope. It's challenging people's thought patterns. And how do we elevate our thinking?
Oh, and
We talk about it.
I've paid for
You
this
know.
name. I've paid for this name. I've been
Wait, what do you?
outcasted. I've been
Wait.
scorned. I've
Oh, I
been
was laughing. Like, wait, you
no, no, no.
serious?
Yeah, I've paid for this name, and now I don't regret it. I'm in a happy place. I'm happy. It made me stronger. It made me how I am today. But for 2 years on this app, oh, you're a devil worshiper. You eat human meat because of your name. You're this with the this with the that. The most horriblest things that people have said about me while being on this app, and I kept pushing. And people were like, "But why don't you change the name?" I'm like, "It's too late. I've already endured all that. It's no. And we're gonna keep it going." And now I found a way to actually become loved with the name, and it was a big turnaround.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It goes to show that, life is a journey. It is an evolution, and we cannot. I believe, and this is a real personal belief, but a stream belief too. We should not ever put anyone in a certain place and then think that they're going to stay that way or that they are this way or that way, because we're all dynamic. And if we're not, we're not really alive, right? We should all be changing and growing
Yo,
and expanding our
you
consciousness
want to
and
know
our awareness.
something? If I almost felt like Jesus felt with this name. Why? Because
Mm,
while I have this name, I'm not sitting hunting Muslims and Christians or trying to be a radical and push any type of belief. I don't have no belief to push. I don't have no religion to get people to subscribe to. But everywhere I walked into a room and there was a Christian, oh, your name is Lucifer. You're horrible. Blah, 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 blah. Get him out of here. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like almost like Jesus walking this world, like, and everybody just, oh, you're not him. You're this. You're that. And I'm watching. I'm like, that's crazy. The guy that's named Lucifer is the one being everything that you would think that I was. These guys that subscribe to God or religion were that. They were all those things and worse. And I just sat here and never explained myself. I just stood my ground and I just continued on my journey. And I
keep
watched these
going.
people point their fingers. I watched these people lie. I watched these people, and I'm like, oh, but I thought you guys were supposed to be disciplined, God-fearing men, acceptance of
Mm.
everybody. But my name
Supposed to
alone,
turn the other cheek. Don't do unto others as you would
but,
not want done to
but
you. Absolutely agreed.
my name alone, along with my presence, will cause them to give up everything they stand for. In a minute, they lose it. And I started seeing also now power within the name, and not power because of the devil or anything bad. It's just power because of how the name has been implicated into people's minds. They see that name and they already jump. They question it. They ask, just like it caused you to ask this question, and we have this conversation. I would have had any other name. We don't have this conversation.
It's true. Very true. Yes. I love it.
So your name, Triple L,
Yeah.
where does that stem from?
Um, so when I first started Plenty of Fish, it was 2018, and I was an am live, love, laugh 2110. So I do put the love in the middle, and it's become a whole tagline. Like you, I've evolved into a internet
We embody,
presence
we
in.
embody, we embody, we embody our character. We embody our name.
Yeah, so it's live well, love more, laugh always. There's a fourth L, it's hidden. It's loyalty. Very hard to find. Red or blue in a battle, shoot for triple, right? That's, and not only in that area, but loyalty on here is rare. But in life, it's rare too. So that's a big thing. I'm a Leo as a astro sun sign, you know. So loyalty is big on in the Leo world. And thank you for that, whoever's doing that. I appreciate you. So, but yeah, so I shortened it because every time when I started streaming, um, it'd be like, hi live, hi love, hi laugh, and people just, it was a lot. It was too long to say. So I thought, well, triple L, still a lot. It's not easy to say, but a lot of people just call me Trip or Love or, something kind of short. But I really think that love makes this world a better place. And even in the stream dream, is with all the stuff that goes on, because it can get really not fun.
A lot of mental
Um,
aspect, big mental aspect to this streaming thing, and only a small percentage of us can even understand what even you might be going through, what I'd be going through from that perspective.
yeah, it's not for the weak. I wrote someone today on Instagram, something happened last night. Every stream is different. I love that because I'm very creative in real life, and I don't want to take up too much time. We can move into the next segment, but, you know, creativity is key to me feeling alive, in my real world of, education, in my volunteering, my job, my life. I have children, 3 children. So the triple is very important to me in life. Um, and so, yeah, I love streaming because I found a way to be creative and I thought uplift people, but it's not for the weak. I tell you what, it's just, whenever you mix money, which is the eighth sin of the world, if you don't know, y'all, I've been thinking that for years and years and years. Whenever you mix money with anything, it's going to bring out some not so good of humans, who are both good and bad because we're human. So it's rough in here sometimes on the meet me streets.
It is. It's really rough, and that's why I like to start off my stream a lot. Shout out to everybody out there with anxiety, depression, overthinking, all types of mental health issues, finances, their family's health. And if you're not going through life, you're not living it right now. We all going through life together. And when it's like this, it's not like that. And because we all get lost in the battle talk and all this other stuff. Like, even after I battle a person and if the battle gets heated, I go to the stream right after the battle just to like let them know like it's cool. It's no hard feelings. It was just battle talk. Everything's good. Because some people might be going through stuff, but it's you know, I was battling somebody like the other day, and they told me how they was feeling a little suicidal last week, and
Oh,
we was there for them. It was a great conversation, but just a couple of days ago, we're in the battle. Comments is going crazy. This and the third, and there's a lot of love, but it's like nobody in the midst of all those things, nobody would understand, would even have known that that person was actually going through it.
happening behind the
So I
scenes.
like to put myself in people's shoes, be self-aware, and not come across as the bully. And but I also got to have a strong sword because there's a lot of people that want to take what we have, whether it's what you have or what I have, or stop our growth, or and we have a lot to lose, so we can't get as reckless as they are. We can't even have as much fun as they do because we have a lot to lose and we're under the microscope. So that's where you become strategic. You become a little more wittier, and you try to just and that's the growth.
Absolutely. Yep. You have to mount up with a sword and a shield every day on here. But hopefully let enough like, and I know you do. Your energy, even now and tonight,
I'm
you're
opening
just
it up.
you are who you are, and you're real,
My energy's
and you're
opening.
not
It's been
sorry,
opening.
you're not afraid to say if like somebody doesn't like you, you're okay with that, and that's healthy actually. To not want everybody to like you, that's actually very mature and healthy, because this world, a lot of people just want to make everybody happy. That's impossible. And a lot of people don't care about anybody, so I feel like you find a great balance of that, so shout out to you.
And the thing is with people is like I also want like to let them know I don't care if you don't like me, but I also want you to know I don't dislike you. That's the thing.
Mm.
I see because that's what I care about more. I don't really care about. I got tough skin. I know I'm gonna get through the day. I'd rather be have the clear mind and my conscience clean. Like all right, that person is not hurt. That person is going through the right. I don't really care if they don't like me as long as they don't feel hurt by something I've done, or they're not losing plate food off their plate, or they ain't just lose their last dollar because they can't do this. Like as long as they're fine, I'm cool. I can handle whatever comes to me because I know how to put myself in people's shoes. Or maybe that person has past traumas, or maybe they're their little a couple screws is not right there, and I could see when somebody's unstable or they're just not a solid person, and I don't. I'm not gonna sit there and try to argue with somebody like that. So I just all right, cool. You know what? It's all right. As long as they're all right, I'm good too. We don't have to like each other. We just gotta be right.
That's wise. And then you're not having to carry any extra, burden yourself. And a lot of people do. They take the stream life off camera, and then they do vicious things on other things, you know what I mean? And then it's like, but why? Like why, it's if some reasons, yes, it should be, I guess, people should do what they got to do. But on other reasons, it's like this is a living video game. That's how I see it. That's how I've always seen it. I mean, I'm a medium to low level as far as diamonds on here, but I definitely love it when I do it. But it again, it's gotten real different lately on the app and a lot of the apps. But that's sign of the times and the economy and everything. So
No,
yeah.
yo, but mamas, I enjoyed having you here for sure.
Thank you so
It didn't even feel like a show. I feel like I was just chopping it up with somebody.
much.
The hour went like that. We touched.
Oh, it did. I'm sorry. We didn't do Millie's
No, no,
segment.
this was
Are
amazing.
we okay?
This was amazing.
Okay.
It was amazing.
Well, I am grateful. I'm gonna flap my wings for you. And
It couldn't have gone better. Like it just went an
um
organic. It couldn't have gone better.
well, thank you again for having me. Let me know if I can support you in any other way, and reach out to me or Millie, someone, if you want to line up for a show with me any Saturday at 7. I'd love to have you. Happy New Year.
Hey, you let her know. She'll send you a picture of mine, and whenever you want me there, I'll be there.
Okay. Happy New Year, everybody. Bye. Share
Yo,
some love.
big triple L, we here, dogs. Everybody, make sure y'all favor her. Mwah.
Bye.
Yo, New York City, Bronx, New York, the whole city behind us. You now saw Lucifer's Fire Pit. We had Triple L, Top Bass Triple L. An amazing personality, great mind and spirit. She's really in tune with the hip hop culture. She gave us a lot of her insights and point of views on things. We also discussed mental health awareness. We discussed factors of the app, and we touched a lot of great things. And I'm glad you guys in the comments for being great. I love you guys. Um, and this is the end of Lucifer's Fire Pit episode 1. This is official episode 1. The last 3 with trial runs, we're gonna close this up as episode 1. I love all you guys. You guys are the best. I'm gonna restart the stream. Mwah. And also we got Raven.